All right. Before we get started, I want to congratulate Kelly and her staff and our women's volleyball team on winning the regular season MAC championship. It's awesome to see. And women's soccer just finished up. Coach Stutes got a MAC tournament victory in the first round, which is great. Women's basketball's 2-0, men's basketball's 2-0. So it's an exciting time to have all the teams playing. And obviously, we're excited to finish our season at home on Saturday against a good Eastern team. They're a typical MAC team. It's going to be a four-quarter football game. They probably have the best quarterback in the MAC. He's leading the conference in passing yards. They got a good group of receivers with them, and their backs run really hard and they're physical. Defensively, their corners are going to challenge you and play press man coverage. They play a bunch of different fronts and blitzes, and their special teams are the best coached units that we've gone against in terms of fundamentally sound, assignment sound, playing hard. They make a lot of plays on special teams, and they're really well coached in that area. So it'll be a good challenge for us. Our guys are excited. We got a little extra rest this week and had a couple good practices over the weekend.
You talked about a little extra rest. I guess what were you really focused on for those days leading up to Eastern?
You know, if it was a little longer of a bye, we would have done some developmental work. But because it was a little shorter, we call it a MAC bye. You know, it's a little shorter. We just got right into Eastern Michigan. So we spent 2 days on first and second down, which is you normally only get 1 day on that. And then the staff's up there game planning third down to red zone today, and we'll install that stuff tomorrow. But, you know, we did sit some guys out that probably would have practiced had we had a game in a week. But since we had some extra time, they could get better and trying to get everybody healthy for the last 3 here.
You talked about Eastern being a typical MAC team. They played another down to the wire four quarters game on Saturday, and you told us you guys all watched it in here together as a team. What did you guys kind of notice or take away from being able to watch that?
It's fun watching with the guys because they know the game plan already, so they're pointing out things as the formations pop up on offense and defense, and it's just like watching film at just real time. But you're right, they played a lot of close games. I mean, they've had a lot of one-score games. I think it's 5 one-score games they played this year, so their record could be flipped the other way. So you just know in MAC play it's going to be a close football game and come down to the end, and they've been on the short end of some of them, but they've been right there against everybody.
With this being the final home game of your first season, you know, really this team's last home game as well. Kind of, what's that like going into your final home game?
Senior day is a exciting day for the seniors. It's exciting for us as coaches for them to experience it. Their families will be out there before the game and all that, but it's really not something that I've ever made a big deal about because you're always going to remember your senior day if you win the football game. So I talked to the seniors about it on Saturday and told them this is the only time we're going to talk about it, and then Pete will get with them on all the logistics for their families and the tickets and all that stuff. And, you know, I told them, you know, after warm-ups, when your families are out there, look around, enjoy it a little bit, and understand that it is your last home game. But then when your families walk off the field and they go back in the locker room, we got to go play football, you know. And there's a lot of time down the road when they're done playing to reminisce and think about all the great memories and times they've had here. But Saturday's not that day. We got to go perform.
You talked about, you know, getting some guys ready for these last final 3 stretch of games. You know, how do you want them to prepare, and maybe what's their mindset you'd like them to have to close out the season?
Well, our preparation is going to be the exact same as any other week. We have a couple extra days, obviously, but you know, it's always challenging with the seniors because they're human beings. And as much as I tell them it's every other game, there's a lot of emotion going into it. They put a lot into it, whether they've been here for a year and they're a transfer, or they've been here for 5 years. This team's gone through a lot and adversity and a lot of things that happen throughout the course of a football season. So I want them to take a minute to enjoy it. I do. But then we got to go play.
Nice. What's the growth you've seen, you know, from this team? You talked about facing that adversity. You know, compared to week 1, how much have you seen this team grow?
There's a lot of things that we've gotten better at that you might not notice just watching the game, whether it's a safety making a call that gets us into a better coverage or a quarterback seeing something and getting us checked into a different play. There's a lot of areas that we've improved on, but really, honestly, we're just worried about this game right now. When the season's over, you know, that's when we'll do our self-scout. That's when we'll look at everything we got to do better as coaches schematically, where we got to fix needs on the roster, where we can develop guys. All of that stuff is stuff that we'll do, and we'll spend all February doing that. But really right now it's not anything big picture. It's just finding a way to play well on Saturday.
I got one more.
Okay.
Sorry. I know you talked about the fourth quarter and those pressure situations. You also talked about that after Kent. I guess how do you prepare the team for those moments in the fourth quarter where there's pressure?
We talk a lot about it. We practice it in training camp. We do good on good stuff where it's for the game. We do what we call a cardinal drill in the red zone where the offense has to score, the defense has to stop them, and sometimes it's for a field goal, sometimes it's for a touchdown. But it's really hard to simulate it outside of that other than just going and playing well in the fourth quarter. I will say, though, that I think that you can help your team out to play good in the fourth quarter by being in good shape physically, by playing a lot of guys throughout the course of the game, so you're still playing your best in the fourth quarter, by playing a lot of guys all year to where there's less wear and tear on them as you get into late October and November. And every game's important, but we want to be playing our best football and be strong and physical and in good shape as we get October into November, because that's when conference championships are decided. Okay.
You guys are easy. All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Go for it. Questions for Nate?
All right, I guess coming into your last home game, senior day, what are kind of the emotions, kind of like just going into that match?
You kind of reminisce about like what got you here. Like obviously this is the last home game of my career, but I've been playing football for like since 6th grade. So it's like you played over 100 games and kind of think back on all like what got you here, but you kind of got to shut that down and just focus on like the task ahead. Like watching all the film, just go through like a normal week. You know, when the senior day ceremony is, like it might be like a little bit more emotional, but you got to go win a game.
When it's late in a season like this, you know, guys are dinged up. What really pushes you through to finish out these last 3 games?
And we just have a goal and we got to go reach it. Like you didn't come this far just to come this far. We're playing meaningful games in November. That's what all we wanted. Still can go to a bowl game. Still can win the MAC. So yeah, body hurts, but that's every season. That's every team too. The team we're gonna play is gonna be banged up. There's injuries everywhere, so we just gotta keep going.
You guys got a chance to watch Eastern on Saturday. What did you see in that game that maybe is going to help you for this upcoming game?
You just get a feel for like how they operate in general. Like we sat in here as a team and watched the game live, so you kind of see like their operation, like their tempo, all stuff like that.
Coach mentioned the quarterback Noah Kim for Eastern, and pretty much the whole offense is a lot of talented guys. What did you guys kind of take away watching those guys play on Saturday?
Yeah, the quarterback, he's dynamic. He can run. He does a great job of getting out of the pocket, extending plays. But we know he has a great arm. So secondary, like everybody's on alert. But you know when he starts running, you gotta get him down.
I know you've talked before that you're not an individual accolade type of guy, but I'd be remiss not to mention you're closing out on the sack record. I guess what does that kind of mean to you?
It means a lot. Like I want to obviously set records and accomplish a lot individually, but most importantly is winning games. I go in every game like, okay, yeah, people like, oh, we need some sacks today. We need this many sacks, and it's like I want to win. That's really all that matters. Great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks,
Thank
Nate.
you, sir.
All right, Kiael, I guess preparing, getting ready to go into your final game in Schumann Stadium after 5 seasons here. I mean, what are kind of the emotions like for you leading into this?
It's just it's bigger than another game, but I'm just ready to play that final one in front of the home fans and just be able to leave it all out there one more time. Played a lot of games here, and I don't think that, well, since I've been here, we've never been undefeated at home, so that'll be a good accolade to walk off with, and just something that teams in the future can build off of, because for a long time we've been trying to get at least people to come to the game, so winning does that, and we can just build on that and end the season undefeated at home. It'd be great.
I kind of asked Nate the same question, but when guys are dinged up, you're entering, the games where they really matter most in November. I guess what really pushes you to get through those last 3 games?
I think just knowing that it's only 3 guaranteed left. I mean, you got 3 weeks, and then you can worry about how your body feel after that. So everybody's banged up. Everybody's going through something. You know, you don't ever finish the year 100%. So you can't feel sorry for yourself. That's the biggest thing, because if you feel sorry for yourself, then you're just going to get ran over out there. So you just gotta fight through it in a sense, and really just keep the main thing, and just keep going. Take everything one day at a time, and just try your best to feel as best as you can for Saturday, so you can play as close to 100%.
You guys got to watch Eastern on Saturday. What were kind of some of your takeaways from watching them?
They're good defense. They are very disciplined. You can tell that they know their scheme, and they can do whatever they want out of their scheme. So if that's play man coverage, if that's play zone, disguise this, show that. So we just got to be assignment sound and just take care of our 111 every play, and we'll be good.
How have you seen this offense really grow from week 1 to where we're at today, with just 3 weeks left?
We keep punching as an offense. No matter how it's going out there, we just keep going as an offense, trying to figure out the problem and just move forward from that. Feel like at times in the beginning of the year, we would hit a low point and just stay in that low point. So like now we're just finding ways to come out of that, and just be able to help our defense out. They're playing good ball.
A lot of these MAC wins coming down to the fourth quarter. As a quarterback, how do you keep the team kind of poised to be ready in those moments?
I think the biggest thing is just not panicking. It's easy to panic when, especially when like you expect to win, you expect to dominate, and then that doesn't happen. So people could start panicking. The biggest thing is just understanding that we're good, and just go out there and just execute, score a touchdown, and everything gonna be good. Defense gonna handle their job. So the biggest thing is just don't panic. Play one play at a time, and execute your job.
I guess heading into this last quarter of the season, what's the biggest area of improvement that you want to continue to see, whether it be for something for you personally or just the offense as a whole?
Really, the only goals I have right now is just win the next game. Biggest thing for me, I want to go bowling. So, that's really big picture. But I understand that we got 3 games left. So we win those 3, then we bowling with ease. So just taking it one game at a time, really, especially with it coming to an end. I don't want to look too far ahead or anything, but just the focus and the goal is beating Eastern Michigan. That's all we can control right now. So we're gonna take it step by step.
We didn't get to talk to you after the Kent State game, but I wanted to ask about that touchdown pass to Cameron Anthony. Him being a freshman, not a guy who gets a lot of snaps, but he comes up in that moment. Does that kind of maybe prove what this team's about, when in those moments you guys can respond to stuff like that?
Yeah, that just proves like the mindset that our coaches have around here is like, we work while you wait. So if you don't think that you get the amount of snaps that you think, then you still got to work and be ready for when your time is called. So Cam, he does a great job at never complaining and just doing what's asked of him. So I feel like when times like that, the football guys reward him, because he's a good kid, good player. He does everything right. He can't complain. He doesn't complain. So it was good to see him, score a touchdown. Really, that's the second one of the year on the same play. Honestly, it's crazy, but I love to see it too. I hosted Cam when he was a senior, so just to see him grow up and catch some touchdown passes. I don't think he caught many in high school, so just to be that quarterback to throwing touchdowns it's good.
Did you expect him to be that wide open?
Yes. I didn't expect him to burst down the sideline like that though. I told him that. He showed some wheels, so I was excited to see that. He looked fast. Good. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Kiael.
you, Kiael.